Leonard McKelvey. You guys all know him as Charlamagne, and I refuse to call him or any other man God for that reason. His name is Leonard. He was recently on Piers Morgan and they were the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about Trump and his. You could already tell his attitude because say what you want, Leonard Charlamagne, you guys could call him that. He has Trump derangement syndrome, 100%. Piers is talking about Trump, and then I sent you the link, Rob, on Slack. This is what Charlamagne the God says about our amazing United States of America.
Back he's making. Nobody thought he could do this.
Talk about Trump.
After the stolen election bullshit, after the January 6th riots, all that stuff, after the 91 criminal charges, did anyone really think we'd be in a position where Trump had a landslide win in Iowa and is now in most polls I'm looking at likely to beat Biden if he does end up as candidate? I mean, it's an incredible comeback.
Well,
Whatever you think of it.
Well, it's something we say all the time, right? We know that America systemically, structurally is a racist country. And I think
we know.
Like that
Hold on, we
I
know.
wanted to ask you about in Trump 2016 after you win. I can understand the case for optimism, right? Nobody wants to see this country fall. But it's 2024 now. Based on everything we've seen Trump do, all of the things you just, said, the attempted coup of the country, the 91 criminal charges, you still think he should be president?
And you can pause that. By the way, listen to what he said. Leonard said, we all know, not I think, not my opinion, we all know, you, me, everybody here, that this country is systemically and what else is structurally racist. Now, here's my question. What can't you do, okay, that a white person can't do? Doctor, astronaut, president of the United States, 2 terms. And I hate this attitude, and this is going back to what you always say. What he's doing is not only divisive, but he's instilling victimhood mentality into the young black youth, just youth, minority in general, saying, you know what? You can't do something because something is holding you back, which I think is bullshit. And by the way, he's a walking, talking contradiction. He wrote a book. His book, guess what the book is actually called? Black Privilege, Opportunity to Come to Those Who Create It. Look. So wait, if there's black privilege and opportunity comes to those who create it, and yet everything's structurally racist, and how did you make it? Did you slip through the cracks? I don't get it. These people are they're killing and they're making money because it's a victimhood mentality, and that's how they make their money. But then, Rob, I think he should write a different book, and I actually wrote it, Pat. I think he should write it. It should be called A Word from the God, How to Become Filthy Rich in the Most Racist Place in history. That's what I think that he should have his book. But it's like, what do you think? I think it's ridiculous that this attitude of we're racist. And guys, at the end of the day, there's racist people in this country, just like there's pedophiles over here, and there's bad people over here, and there's crooks over here. It's not what they say it is and how bad it is. And I think it's ridiculous, and it's not helping the youth if you're setting into their brains that everybody's racist, the system is against you, and you can't do anything.
Do you think percentage-wise, Tom, and this goes to everybody, I want you to think about this before you answer it. You put all the total amount of white people in America, total white population in America, what is the number? Total white population in America, and then look at the total black population in America. Is there like a number, what that number is? White population, is that what it is? Okay,
that's the white population.
Let's just say it is 251. Okay, and then go to black population in America. Total black population in America. Total black population in America. Okay, what is that? What number do I see? 41.6 million.
14% is what it's hovered around.
13.14%. 41.6 million black. 251 million. Yeah. What do you call it? 251 million white. Okay. What percentage of which one has more racist towards the other color? Are there more white racist towards black or more blacks racist towards white? Let me ask the question one more time. Are there more white people who hate blacks or are there more black people who hate whites? Percentage-wise.
I think right now it's more black people racist towards whites because the numbers of the white is way more. I think right now black people really, really hate white people.
Okay. So, listen, you can answer that whatever way you want, right? A person watching this, you're like, there's no way in the world there's going to be more. There's probably going to be physically more whites towards black because America is a white, it's a 60% white. It's like saying, is there more Middle Easterns than white? No, this is America. It's more whites than there's going to be blacks. But the argument he's making, the way he's saying it, is why America has the problem that he has. He's successful. The best ever clip I ever saw was Don Lemon and Morgan Freeman. Rob, if you can pull this clip up, if you have it or not, it's by far the best clip ever. What America needs more today is way more of what Morgan Freeman said, and way less that America is a racist nation from blacks that are multi-millionaires. And by the way, we all had a past. This guy used to sell cocaine and weed in the past. You can look at his Wikipedia. That's what his background says. No judgment towards you. I have also a past. We all have a past. But America forgave you, and you got an incredible life now. Fame, family, money, millions, accolades, respect. And you're just being more and more divisive. Play this clip real quick, and you tell me which one is going to bring us more together and which one's going to divide us more. Go ahead, Rob.
Because you called it bull when you said people can't, pull themselves up. Do you think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't
Today?
or cannot? Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't. I don't.
Look at us.
You and I, we're proof. Why would race have anything to do with it? Put your mind to what you want to do and go for that.
Boom.
It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting there.
Yeah. I said, and it's probably get me in trouble, but I said to some of my colleagues recently, so I know that it's an issue, but it seems like every single day on television I'm talking about race, and it's because of the news cycle, it's in the news, but sometimes I get so tired of talking about it, I want to just go, this is over, can we move on?
And if you talk about it, it exists.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like it exists and we refuse to talk about it, but making it a bigger issue than it needs to be is the problem we have.
And it's the same.
Bingo.
It's almost the same one that he had. Who's the other interviewer? The Jewish guy that was interviewing him, and he's like, "I don't want a Black History Month." This is Morgan Freeman. He goes, "I don't want a Black History Month," and he goes. Then the guy goes, "Well, I'm Jewish." He goes, "Then when's Jewish History Month?" He goes, "There isn't one." He goes, "Okay, then I'll stop calling you. You know what, Trump? This is it right here."
You find ridiculous. Why? You're going to relegate my history to a month? Oh, come on. What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Well, come on.
Look what. I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
Okay.
Okay. Which month is Jewish History Month? There isn't one. Oh. Why not? Yeah. Do you want one? No. I don't either.
Beautiful.
I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
Bingo.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it.
How long ago is this?
I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as
How
Morgan
beautiful.
Freeman.
Years ago.
Like how amazing.
But here, you see, but here's all it is. There's AI technology that you can take different speeches and put it there and see which one has a higher level of consciousness. Okay? This one's going to get such a higher level of consciousness of a score than Charlamagne's.
Of course.
Because Charlamagne's is continuing the problem, and Morgan Freeman is trying to move away from the problem.
Exactly.
Making progress. Tom, how do you process this yourself?
I process this, every now and then, great writers get it right. And Cameron Crowe wrote a movie called Almost Famous. And in the movie, there's this clear scene that depicts the real need to have something to leverage your argument about. And something had happened to the band, and he said, no, you need this situation. This situation gives you permission to say everything you want to say. And without this situation, we just have to talk. And that's what Morgan Freeman is saying here.
Yeah.
He's saying, you need this. It lets you say everything you want to say. It gives you permission to stay mad. It gives you permission to not accept a solution that may be good for you, because by the situation, if you refuse the solution, you get to stay mad. And if you stay mad, you get stuff. And so I think there's a lot of core human truth in what Morgan Freeman said. And I respect the hell out of him for saying it.
Yeah. To me, common sense, unity is what we need today, not divisiveness, division. When Bill Maher and I was on the show 2 days ago, and he said, I believe Newsom is a winner. And by the way, when you guys watch this when it comes out, you're going to think two people who have a hard time being in the same room together. It was very awkward. You'll see it.
What's the name of it? What's the name of the?
I don't know what's
Club Randall.
Club Randall.
And by the way, he does a lot of good stuff. But he was smoking weed. He smoked a couple.
Doing his thing.
And I'm sitting there, and we're having a conversation. His team was world class. Actually, people were very, very, very good people, nice, respectful. When we spoke, it was kind of weird, and the audience would make a decision for themselves. But he said, I think Newsom's a winner. And I said, based on what? He says, I don't know. He's just a good politician. He gives me vibes of winner. And I said, based on what, though? Give me data. He says, I don't know. Meaning, we need data. We need facts. We need results. You know, who is doing a good job with numbers? Who's not? Who's losing people? Who's gaining people? Why? Who has more crime? Who has more homelessness? Why? Who's losing more businesses? Why? Who's ruining Hollywood? Why? All these questions are why. And then let's stop being divisive and dividing each other against each other constantly. If we can get more reasonable people, and by the way, I wish Morgan Freeman would do more interviews.
Yeah, he's getting.
I wish Morgan Freeman would be out there talking more. But we're coming to the end of the podcast here. I think you wanted to say something.
I just
want to.
I mean, look, the key word that we've learned with influencers is influence. And I love my black friends out there. This is, I'm not taking shots, but it really depends on the influencers that you listen to. If you're I'm listening to the Charlamagne camp or the LeBron camp or even the Kanye camp, you're going to have a different mindset. I wish that more of our friends out there would listen to the Candace Owens of the world, the Larry Elders of the world, the Thomas Sowells of the world, because there's a different perspective. Identity politics is real. They expect all people to vote a certain way. Charlamagne the God, is there anything more antithetical to the American dream as you, as a black man who made it, multimillionaire? You should be praising America and say, only in America, like James Brown used to say. Instead, you want to perpetuate the victim culture and say how I made it in the most racist country in the world. In my opinion, go fuck yourself, Charlamagne the God.
Holy moly. Okay, sounds good.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.